nothing, I heard.
9-1.
9-1, so you're in a good mood.
Get the facts.
Why can't we just give that check now? Why are we wasting? Oh, isn't that?
Oh, damn! That's a chunk of funk.
Yeah, it is indeed. That is a chunk. I use that poster as bribery.
Yeah. Don't have to run me.
Who's the guy?
I'm already sold.
You know who that is?
This is just the preliminary poster, actually. This is the one we put up in advance each year. And then when the entire program is complete, which will be sometime in June, then we'll have a much more complete poster that will be available, I would guess, right around the 1st of July. If I just want to give you a bit of background and why I'm requesting the amount that I've put in my application. We're going into our 5th year, as is stated in the application which you folks have received. We've grown a great deal in those 5 years. We started out as a 2-day program over a weekend, and mainly, I guess, because we felt that the waterfront should be used more, and used more by local entertainers. It seemed, and still, in my opinion, is not used anywhere close to what it should be over the summer months, but we're doing our pitch to try and make sure it's used as much as possible. We've expanded from 2 days. We went from then to 3, finally to 4. And this year, tied in with the anniversary of the town, we've expanded it to 8 days with 2 4-day weekends, as is stated on the poster. Our main expenses would be in the area of advertising, and we always pay the musicians $50 for their performance. Now, there are a few who pass it back. Say, no, we'll go to the food bank, that's fine. But at least we make the effort of saying, no, we don't expect you to come down here. Some of them travel from Shelburne, from Digby, or wherever it might be. They're certainly not making any fortune with $50. So we've always done that. This year we have up to 80 acts involved over the 8 days. So we're talking a huge number of people. And we feel that our budget will be somewhere between $8,000 and $9,000. We do have some very, very strong local supporters, which will help to absorb some of that cost, but we're hoping that you might see fit to give us somewhere in the area of $2,500. And we realize that you've been very generous with us with the paying for the PA system and the sound man. If you didn't do that, we simply couldn't do it. Because there's no admission. As you know, people come and go down there. There's no admission charge. The food bank people are there on site with their folks receiving donations for the duration of the concert itself. This year we've decided to expand that also and take a percentage of whatever is taken in from the general public and give it to the school breakfast programs. I've spoken to Bruce Hopkins about this several times, and he's in total agreement. He said, considering we're running 8 days this year, let's take 25% of it and give it to the school breakfast programs. So over the 4 years that we've been operating the festival, I would guess, this is only an estimate, I would say that we've made for the food bank somewhere between $23,000 and $26,000 over the 4 years. This year, I would be very surprised if it was less than 30. So that's my pitch. I'll answer any questions that you might have, or at least try. And if I don't have the answer, I'll try to find it.
Thank you, Phil. Councilman.
Thank you. Thank you. That was wonderful. I think this is extremely money well spent. I mean, considering some of the applications that we've been coming here today, one of which was looking for close to 9,000, has been 400 people they hope involved. This is literally drawing in thousands and thousands of people here.
I'm a bit biased, mind you, but I feel that this is the biggest event ever.
It's huge. It absolutely is huge, and I think it's only fitting that this council support you. I'm hoping. I know I'm going to give you everything you want, but we give you more of it. I think it's wonderful. You guys have done a good job. Bill, thank you, because you have spent, I know, months getting this thing spent and sent out.
Usually the phone starts in December.
Yeah, you and Janet are to be commended on this. And
the North Eagles is a big help. You know, I'm afraid if I ever was until his transfer, but he's still working some behind the scenes for us. But we've chosen not to get a huge, cumbersome committee going because in that way it's just so hard to manage. really dedicated people working, and they work throughout the year.
Well, thank you for everything you've done. Hopefully you'll be getting good news from us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Deputy Mayor.
Thank you. I'd like to
Oh, sorry.
commend you as well on your project, because I mean, every year it seems to be growing, and that's what we want in this community is events to keep growing from year after year. I just wanted to make sure I get this straight. You want $2,500 plus sound system plus an operator?
That's what I'm hoping.
Okay.
Exactly.
I just wanted to make sure to confirm and make sure
Yes,
that's what you're
absolutely.
looking for. Okay, now the benches will be down there too as well, will they?
That's always a question mark.
Yeah.
I'm hoping they will, because it's a big help. One year, I was told by an outside group that it was our responsibility to the tune of, I don't know, something like $2,000 to $3,000 to have them move for the exhibition down there. I spoke with you, and within a few hours they were down there, and I never got charged anything for it. So,
I just want to make sure.
yeah,
You know,
I mean, it's vital that we have seats for the
Yes,
that's for
and
sure.
the bigger the kids and the more bands.
Yeah, that's right. And the thing too is that you're dealing with every age group. You know, there are as many grandparents there as there are kids in elementary school. Really, it's just for everybody, because we try to give a cross section of town. We don't, just dwell on a certain type of music. We try to give a variety of stuff.
You've done well, and I hope you keep up the good work. And
Thank you.
anything I can do, I'll follow.
I appreciate it very much.
Councillor, Walter Councillor Lang, Councillor Biden.
This question will be for CEO.
You didn't think he was getting a question, I guarantee.
No, it's a question that just arose from what he said about benches and stuff. Do we have, does the town of Yarmouth own benches? Recreation, leisure services, it's all owned by the American Center, they have benches and whatever. So what are you talking about seating benches?
Well, there are, I think it's 3 sets of risers in environment.
Yeah.
2, maybe 3.
Agricultural Society.
Agricultural
Yes.
Agricultural Society? That answers my question. So the Agricultural Society has that. We don't have.
Again,
Yeah, I know, that's why I'm asking. So-
some years we've gone there and they've all been in place and ready to go. Other years we arrived, they're not anywhere to be found, and we have.
On the waterfront, I mean.
Yes.
Yes, I have seen them. That's-
Yes,
That's
sometimes
why,
they're there, sometimes they're not.
that's why I asked Jeff, because I thought Jeff might know it.
And chairs, we get chairs loaned to us from Brothers, and where do we get some others from? We usually end up getting 300 or 400 chairs donated for the duration of the festival as well. So, seating is always an issue.
Yeah, well, it would be, because people
Yeah.
are seniors,
Yeah, we take during your peak times, which would be basically from Friday afternoon until Sunday night. That place is packed.
Perhaps, I don't know how we would go about it, but perhaps maybe the Agricultural Society would be, people want to have the exhibition established, or they don't do it last year.
See, I had nothing to do with that. Byron took care of that for me, so I really don't know.
Anyway, thank you for the question, thank you very much, Jeff. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Councillor Dan, no, Councillor Ken.
Yeah, just a quick question. So Phil, you mentioned the sound system and the operator, so we're doing our dollars here because
Yeah.
the press number for 25. What, any ballpark what that's gonna be?
Well, he always has quoted us $400 a day,
Okay.
including the operator. Now, this is Larry Hattie. This is
Yeah.
what we've always, it always seems to be arranged through the town for any events on the waterfront. And that's the figure he's always thrown by us.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if he's, I
So
can't
you're
speak.
looking at $3,200.
Yes.
So roughly, you've fallen out. Now, to the CAO, my question, Larry Hattie, does he do this as a private thing, or is that part of, because I know at one time the town of Yarmouth had a huge sound system, or the Yarmouth Area Industrial Commission had its own sound system. Yeah, we had it down in the old, used to be down in the old, it's gone now, the school houses there. I remember when they bought it a number of years ago. There's a whole $20,000 sound system that was bought. Oh, yeah.
It's 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, no, this was before your vote. I remember there was some discussion about it, but I'm just wondering, so he does it as a private enterprise?
Oh, absolutely. That's done through his business, Ocean Blue.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah,
So there you go.
and believe me, he does a tremendous job.
So you're looking at about 3,200 plus the 2,500 for total 5,700.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, good, thank you.
Thank you, Phil. Thank you, Ken.
Thank you very much.
9-1, huh? Well, so
9-1 today, yes.
3, 4, 5, and 9 now? What is it? They win today.
So
5 and
that's
9? 4 and 9?
4 victories, so that should be really,
What about the, that's including today.
that's including today.
What about the, are you a Bruin fan too?
Oh, most definitely, yeah.
Oh, good. You're having.
Are there other teams? I wasn't aware there were other teams.
My team's all done tonight, or tomorrow night, the Blackhawks.